All right, y'all. What we got here for this one, we got another Jamari video. This is Drake's worst nightmare. Let's see what this is about.
So at this point, we are 128 days removed from the debut of Not Like Us, and since then, Kendrick has really only done two things, which were his live performance in concert.
Why you trolling like a can't you? Trying to strike a chord.
That was a crazy
And then, of course,
timeline.
also releasing the actual video for the #1 song in the world. But other than that, it has been mostly radio silence from the rapper. That was until yesterday when he dropped the announcement that he would be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show this year.
What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so. You know it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it.
That's a direct shot at Drake, bro. I remember he posted on his story something about game 2 or something. Yeah, man, that's a direct shot.
Boom!
And real quick, before we even get in here, I noticed that people are like mad upset that Lil Wayne's not performing. Is there still opportunity that Kendrick can bring him out? Sure. But has anybody ever been to like a Lil Wayne concert of recent? Like, dead serious. Has anybody seen Lil Wayne perform as of recent? If you ask me if I could go to a Lil Wayne concert in 2024, if you ask me that if I could go to a Lil Wayne concert or to a Kendrick concert, I'm picking Kendrick. And I'm guaranteeing probably about a big chunk of y'all would pick Kendrick. I don't know if y'all ever been to a Lil Wayne concert, but man, he be up there slurring. I'm like, what is this dude saying, bro?
Meet me in New Orleans.
That's no hate. That's no hate to Lil Wayne either. Lil Wayne is still a GOAT. All right, because I know people go getting their feelings about it. He's still great. He still does what he does, right? He's still a freaking icon. But in terms of like the NFL and their halftime show, understanding how big it is, you know, how important it is to have, you know, an artist up there and how big of an opportunity it is. They are also looking at, you know, performance metrics as well. What's going to draw people's attention? It's just all part of it. If it was 2003 or like 2005 or 10, yeah, Lil Wayne should be up there then.
February 9th, 2025.
Now, a lot of people are focused on what he said right here.
You know it's only one opportunity to win a championship.
He's taking shots.
No
all the
round
time.
twos.
This, of course, was Kendrick once again trolling Drake, as a couple of weeks ago, Drake was posting onto his Finstagram that he would win round 2 of the beef.
I'll put it in the front page, back page, middle of the page, wherever. Headliners, column 1 or 2, we will win game 2.
Backing off.
We will win game 2.
This, of course, had all of Drake's biggest fanboys pitching a tent in their pants.
Game 2, we will win. That's a fact.
Hey.
This the new thing.
Bro.
Drake in 5.
I swear, bro. I swear, academics gets used like that friend that you don't really mess with, but has all the answers for the homework. That's how I feel about academic and Drake. I don't know what goes on behind the scene, but I ain't never really seen Drake talk about academics like that, if I'm being completely honest. I'm just saying, and that's no look. I'm not even gonna get into it.
Drake in 5, people.
Only the real understand that, bro.
What's
Only the real-
understood don't need to be explained. Y'all gonna watch it. Y'all are watching it.
The other thing people were saying was that this had to be a callback to a line from First Person Shooter, the notorious song that apparently kicked off this entire beef. This was, of course, where J. Cole and Drake finally would collaborate once again, and apparently Drake also wanted Kendrick on this song, but he refused.
Drake hit up Kendrick to say, hey, we got an open for you. It's me and Cole. Come holla at me. Do the song. Kendrick doesn't do the song. Then he hears the song, and the song is a bunch of niggas who's talking about me and you is the Spider-Man meme and blah, 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 and He says, man, these bum ass niggas who couldn't get a feature from me is now acting like they're number one and number two. Both of them.
Here J. Cole raps, love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey, or me? We are the big three like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Now obviously Kendrick would respond to the big three controversy on the Future single Like That, where he says, F the big three, it's just big me, and that pretty much anyone
Jamari, you missed a word. You missed a word.
Standing in his way, including both Drake and J. Cole, could get the smoke. Now eventually, as we all now know, J. Cole would eventually back down, and it was probably...
Yo, that dude J. Cole had to see something coming. That dude said, whoa, tag me out. I'm out.
in his best interest to do so and not get caught up in this carnage.
So what I want to say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone?
Now as for the...
In hindsight, people were so mad. I mean, right up front when he did that, people were so mad. They're like, oh, why he do all that? That was a very smart decision.
Call back to this song, Drake in the chorus says, big as the what, big as the what, big as the what, big as the Super Bowl. Now even back at that time, a lot of people did see that as a shot at Kendrick, because back in 2022, Kendrick came out during the legendary Super Bowl halftime performance with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, and Eminem. Let me ask you guys something. You don't think that J. Cole and Drake felt some type of way about not being invited to perform here? Granted, they are not from California like Kendrick, but these are all the legendary rappers they looked up to during their childhood. So for Kendrick to get the nod here, and to get to share the stage with them probably pissed these guys off. So I would not be surprised if that was what that line was about. And if...
It's just a difference, bro. There's just a difference. Kendrick is plugged into the culture differently. Much differently. I'm not saying that Drake doesn't have anything to do with any form of the culture, or Cole doesn't. But Kendrick is differently, much more differently plugged into the culture than them two. It's just how it goes. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Now, I'm not sitting here saying this person's better or what. You know, y'all gonna take that out of context, but I'm literally just saying, man, like, he's just plugged in differently.
If so, it's even more hilarious that Kendrick will now be the headliner, while once again not so subtly trolling Drake here in the promotional announcement for the event. Like, if Kendrick goes out there and has this crowd full of people, including hundreds of millions or more watching from their homes, all calling this man a PDF file in unison.
Y'all saw how mad Birdman, Nicki Minaj, and all them got? They started getting mad at Jay-Z. Jay-Z was like that 50 Cent me.
Woke up, I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
It's truly over. Now, I also saw a lot of people online upset that Lil Wayne was not invited to headline this event, as he has expressed interest in the idea of doing so, mainly because it will be in his home city of New Orleans.
Think about this for a second. Lil Wayne, headline Super Bowl in New Orleans. How badly do you want to hear those words?
Just as bad as I would want to see my name at the top of that list when I was that whatever age it was, and I would bust into the office and get that Billboard magazine. And I performed at the Grammys, and that's an amazing, and the reason why, that's probably the next highest feeling, but nah.
But honestly, if you've seen clips of Lil Wayne performing over the last couple of years, with respect...
Oh my God, what did I say? What did I say, bro? Dude.
To him, because he is one of the greatest rappers of his generation.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just not very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
A lot of times he can't even remember the lyrics to his own songs. But I do still have the theory that Kendrick will bring Lil Wayne out on stage. And if he does that, Bringing in the guy who ushered Drake into the game and made him who he is today,
that would be a tough
insane.
Move. That would be a
His
power
name has
move.
already been mentioned in the beef when Kendrick says on Not Like Us that Drake apparently fucked Lil Wayne's girl while he was in jail back in 2010, and then had to get a tattoo of his face to apologize to him.
That was crazy. That's crazy. He better than me.
Next year, in 2011, Lil Wayne would rap on 6 Foot 7 Foot, had my heart broken by this woman named Tammy, but hoes gonna be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy. Tammy is obviously the woman who smashed both Drake and Lil Wayne back in 2016.
Like, do you prefer the company of Drake over Lil Wayne or Lil Wayne over Drake?
That would be the story that we would talk about.
And when Lil Wayne released his journal, Gone Till November, he was asked about this situation, and this was what Lil Wayne had to say about that.
In the book, there's a part in the book where you say that he came in and told you that he had smashed one of your girls.
Oh, when he wrapped up? Oh, I wasn't worried about that. I mean, you know, I was just, you know, that's just how life goes when you locked up. Yeah, I know. She still be texting me and stuff, you know. They stop texting me too, for real, because it still hurt.
So to me, he still seemed pretty salty there, and in the official excerpt from the book, you can see how this really bothered him at the time. I woke up still feeling fucked up about the fucked up day that I had. Hell is what it was. I'm used to arguing with my girl on a daily basis, but finding out that she fucked Drake was the absolute worst thing I could have found out. So don't be surprised when Lil Wayne is touching that stage in February.
Going to a Super Bowl before and watching the halftime show.
It's nothing like it.
And wish.
Yo, if Kendrick, oh man, I can imagine it now. I wonder what the Drake fans would say. No, not even the fans, just the Glazers. I wonder what the Glazers would say at that point.
Shit, you know, like when you see the artist, you be like, I know they could have sung the song that I was featured on.
Bro, one of your boys sleeping with your girl is foul, bro. I don't care how you look at that. Especially while you was locked up or you was away. That's foul, man. I'm sorry. That ain't your boy. That can't be your boy.
I'm featuring on everybody's song.
Yeah, they could have brought me out.
You could have brought me out.
Could have brought me out.
And after watching this clip where Drake completely sunned and ignored him back in the day, I wouldn't be surprised if The Weeknd comes out there too, and it's just the Avengers of the Drake detractors performing. Overall, it's just crazy how Kendrick is simply returning from the store every couple of months to kick Drake in the balls and laugh in his face. Drake has clearly been unsure of himself since the beef concluded, and Kendrick was a man who in his last album said that he was choosing peace, that he was trying to slow down and dial back his life. But now it's like a damn beast was woken up inside of him, to the point where he had to apologize to God for going to war. I don't know, this is just one of the most insane victory laps I've ever seen. It's like when that elephant killed that woman and then spun the block and showed back up at her funeral. I mean, this guy did...
Yo, that elephant was on one, bro. That elephant was not playing.
Say he was the biggest hater, and he meant it. Personally, I am looking forward to seeing his performance. I do think until then, Drake is definitely going to be feeling the pressure. So it's going to be really interesting to see everything that happens until then. I do think this is all very strategic. I mean, they usually do not announce the Super Bowl halftime performer till way later in the year. But they're really giving this one some time to marinate. Either way, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing, but as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other rap beef out here needs to be covered, so I'm out.
Yo,
peace.
W video Jamari. But I just want to add something before we go. Bro, do you really think the NFL cares that much about the beef? They don't. What they care about is cashing them checks and making as much money as possible and getting as much viewership as possible. Had they went out and got Lil Wayne, tell me what that possibly would have done for their narrative. I mean, not even for the narrative, for the amount of money, amount of attention, amount of views. It would have boosted them in Louisiana, probably New Orleans area, probably. But putting Kendrick Lamar out there is it's a little bit of a edgy, controversial pick, but it's also too something where people are now interested to see if he will play the song. especially when one of the biggest artists of all time, let alone in the world, has been just got out of beef with him, has been talking about him nonstop since the beef. If I say you could go to a Lil Wayne concert or a Drake concert, who you going to? You're going to a Drake. If I say you could go to a Lil Wayne concert or you can go to a Kendrick concert, who you going to? You're going to Kendrick. That is just right now based off what Lil Wayne has given us from his performances. I remember he came out for the WWE. That stuff was not it, bro. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying he's a bad artist or whatever, but he's older now and the performance is not, the juices is not the same as it once was. And that's okay. He's still a GOAT and he's still very respected. And we still love Lil Wayne very, very much. But at the end of the day, the NFL is about cashing checks, making money, and maximizing profits. We know this. We all know this, and we're not going to sit here and beat around the bush. Kendrick Lamar is going to generate more money for the Super Bowl, especially on the halftime end of things, advertisement-wise, and everything, than Lil Wayne would, and that's just that. No hate. Love y'all, man. Please subscribe. We're almost at 1,000. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be smooth. Peace.